Should wrestling companies dumb down their product to reach a larger audience? That is the question of the day. This is Wrestling with the Homies, and we're here to help AEW sell out. Hey, y'all know who I be. Still same OG. It's your boy Qwan, and if you don't say the dime, you know I fucked that up, but you know what? Let's start that over. Y'all know who I be. Still same OG. It's your boy Qwan, and if you don't say the Don, you know the catchphrase already, my brothers. And of course, I got my mans with me, my BFF, the coolest man in the world, Jay Cooley.
You know what it is. You know the tag. Cooley. You know,
Cooley. And this is Wrestling with the Homies, your number one source for daily wrestling conversation. And today is Freaky Friday. These Friday shows be a little chaotic. I'm going to let y'all know that right now. It's hot. We want to be outside. You know what I'm saying? But we sitting here talking to y'all, so we going to see how it goes. We going to see,
man. We going to see. And we going to see.
And we going to see. Cooley, we've been going up lately, dog. I was checking our TikTok. I see we got a clip that's at like 45K or something, but we just got a follow by one of my favorite wrestling content creators. Ooh. Yeah, and he DM'd us a sticker. Mr. Santi Zap, who y'all seen all over Twitter, all over YouTube. He got mad followers, and he only follows like 130 people. He follows us.
Hey,
I just saw that right now. So shout out to Mr. Santi Zap.
Shout out to Mr. Santi Zap, man. Out of 130 people, we one of them?
We one of them. Yo, we're starting to get noticed by the wrestling content, like the real content creators. We in the mud now, bro. Look at us. Look at us. I'm proud.
We just need to, get outside a little more and, make it happen, man.
Right. Once we start rubbing elbows with people at these events, getting to these media scrums, asking our terrible questions, cutting promos. I know y'all saw those promos yesterday.
Can't wait.
Let me talk to you, cuz. I don't know what I was thinking with that one, bro. But yeah, we out here making the rounds, man. That was dope. That was dope to see that Mr. Santi Zap followed us. I would love to have him on the show, so I'm gonna probably reach out to him, see what he says. He might ignore it, but just the fact that he followed us was dope. So shout out to him. Who else followed? We got Mr. Kennedy follows us. Omos follows us. We doing our thing. Look at us. Man. Who would have thought? I
still need to hit up Omos, man, because I need some more cologne suggestions, man. It's the fall time. It's the fall time. This is my summer joint, but we get into the fall, my favorite season, and
you gotta get that Jordache,
Jordan vanilla.
Remember Jordache, bro?
What?
Jordache, bro. I know Jordache for sure. And if y'all hear a voice, but y'all don't see a face, that's our boy E Almighty. He is the producer of the show, but sometimes he chimes in.
I don't know what Jordache is.
You never heard of Jordache?
Jordache?
Come on, Cool.
Nah.
The brand?
Cooley an old head at heart. How you don't know Jordache?
That's deep. No, Jordache. Jordache was. That was. They made jeans.
Then
Jordans came out, and it made Jordache weird because of the name. But they had their own thing. But then they started making shoes, so then you could have Jordans or Jordache, and then that made it bad. Mm-hmm. And so then they kind of went away. But they were a regular brand before Jordans came out. Like, they were just jeans, and they had commercials, and you go to JCPenney's and get some
shoes. Were horrible.
Yes, sir.
It wasn't horrible in the 80s, Cooley.
Oh, well, yeah, the 80s. Yeah, they was wearing crop tops and big hoops in their ear, like full force.
Right, like
full force.
They was dressed like the village people in the 80s. Hey, I had a pair of Jordache jeans because
Full Force is they're the poster child for Jordache. That's what they all had. Yeah, that's Jordache.
Oh, bro, wow.
And Jabos.
Wasn't Full Force them dudes from House Party? Yeah, the bullies. Stab. His name was Stab.
And they're all brothers. Crazy.
Bro, I am never getting bullied by a dude with a tank top with holes in it. Like the chest was cut out.
And they all sing R&B.
The chest was cut out. Yo, apparently they wrote songs for like NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys and shit.
Oh no, they were huge, bro. They was killing it. They were killing it. They was killing it, selling out shows, like killing it.
That's nuts because I grew up on them being the bullies from Kid and Play. Every time I see them, I'm like, oh, that's Stab and that's Pee Wee. Whole time, these dudes was like mega stars writing hits for everybody. The world is a crazy place, bro. The world is an insane place. But today is all about selling out, dumbing down your product to reach a wider audience. Now, this was going to be a wobbler. This is going to be funny because I think me and Cooley have completely different ideas around this topic. I don't think selling out is a bad thing necessarily. So let's get to that first. Before we get any further, let's define what selling out is, because to me, there's levels of selling out. There one level is like at the very top where it's like you just go a whole different way in order to reach people that you couldn't reach if you kept it the other. Like it's a whole weird thing. You might have to do some things and put yourself in a compromising position, but that's not the selling out I'm talking about. All I'm talking about is dumbing down your product a bit to reach a wider group of people. We saw everybody do it. J. Cole did it. Jay-Z did it. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. I think sacrificing your art in a way for monetary gain isn't always bad. J. Cole had to do it, bro. We heard the song Workout. You think J. Cole wanted to go to the studio and make Workout? Hell no, he didn't want to make Workout. He wanted to get his little conscious raps off, but he had to make Workout to reach a wider audience. And once he had that audience's ear, then J. Cole could sprinkle in his gems and give them what he really wanted to come for. But he had to get the ear at some point. So I don't think making Workout was such a bad thing. So no, I don't think sacrificing your art for monetary gain is bad. I think selling out in a lot of ways can be beneficial. In a way, not the other definition of selling out. Not compromising yourself.
Nah, it's all together.
Your morals.
It's all together.
Not that.
It's all together. It's all together.
Is it though?
It's all together. Yeah,
it's
all together. Sell out is selling out. Like, it is what it is. If J. Cole never made Workout, we probably would still be listening to him because he wouldn't have made it to the Kendrick Lamar beef and turned it down. You know what I mean?
That's so ridiculous. That's so ridiculous.
What are you talking about? You know
Bro, out of J. Cole's own mouth, his album was shelved. He could not get off the shelf. Jay-Z was not going to put him out. He needed a single, and Workout ended up being that single. You could call J. Cole a sellout for making Workout, but had he not made Workout, we probably wouldn't even have these J. Cole albums right now. J. Cole would be working at Target. He would be bagging groceries at Gelson's if he never dropped Workout. He needed that record to survive. So I don't see the problem.
Do you think all of the big artists, every big artist that there is right now, sold out?
Absolutely. Yeah. In a way.
How you can't be that person.
That's crazy, man. I would have morals, you know. I'll probably just be independent. I don't care about selling out.
Okay, but the thing is, selling out doesn't always have to go against your morals, bro.
You know
Wait, what was you about to say? He was about to drop a gem on you, dog.
I'm just saying, like, it doesn't mean you don't have morals. Like,
right.
We're not talking. It don't mean he took one. You know what I mean? It just means, hey, man, I'm gonna make this song that's a little lighter, right? Like, it can. Everybody likes it, not just the people who think I'm here to save them. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, bro, dumbing down your product a bit to reach a wider group of people is not necessarily a bad thing. And it doesn't mean sacrificing your morals, because I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Being on this podcast, us doing this podcast, in a way, I'm dumbing it down. And I'll explain why, bro. If I really came on this podcast and talked about what I wanted to talk about, we would be sitting here talking about how Homicide and Colt Cabana is the best feud of 2006. We would be talking about Ring of Honor in 2004, but I understand that the masses don't watch Ring of Honor in 2004. You needed literally DVDs to watch Ring of Honor in 2004. The masses wasn't paying attention to that. So if I make a decision to go that route with this podcast, I will be immediately cutting off an entire group of people just to talk to a minutia of fans. And that wouldn't make sense as a business. Why would I make something that nobody's gonna watch because nobody saw? So obviously we got to talk about what's accessible to everyone. So we talk about WWE and AEW. Now, once we got the ear, we can do anything we want with that ear. Maybe then I can bring them down the whole Ring of Honor journey with me, and we can get watch alongs with these old shows together. But we got to get the ear first. So yes, we're making sacrifices by doing this. Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's smart.
Yeah, that's cute. You know, me, I'm just not dumbing down nothing. You know, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't want people to tell me what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? if I want to put out a certain song and it's not gonna reach the audience, I'm gonna just be a one-hit wonder and I'm leaving. You ain't gonna ever hear from me again. I'm gonna go into stock like Chameleonaire did or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out of here.
Chameleonaire got that paper. Chameleonaire is getting that paper on the stock market. It's truly insane. Shout out to Chameleonaire, a Texas legend. I wonder how does Texas feel about Chameleonaire? Is he? Because I feel like Chameleonaire is that guy, but like, were y'all embarrassed by him when he was doing this whole like riding dirty thing?
Chameleonaire had an era. Like there was Houston had his own thing, man. Like we had the Screw era, right? Then that went into the whole North and South thing. So then you have this like Houston South Side South music, right? During that era, Chameleonaire was one of the guys, like him, Paul Wall.
Mike Jones,
Lil Kiki, Big Pokey, Big Mo, all them dudes.
Rest in peace.
We were really riding with those dudes, right? Then the era, kind of went into the 2010s and it changed a little bit, and that's when Chameleonaire caught out. Yeah, Kurt Cobain moved to LA after that. Yeah, we get into those guys, the Kurt Cobain, the Propane.
Y'all still got Travis Scott out here though, and Travis Scott is doing his thing.
I keep forgetting he's from Texas, but
he's from my actual neighborhood. Like, he's from Houston for real.
So how you don't count that then? That's just y'all biggest artist. You're not gonna count your biggest artist.
It's like Beyonce. Y'all got Meg. He wasn't in the street though. Like he left. Like he left in high school, right? So he wasn't really around. He went and started making beats for Kanye, right? So that takes you out of the localness of your neighborhood, right? It's just like how y'all have local artists in LA, and then you got real art. You right, not real, but you have the other artists that just.
We got like O3 Greedo and like all the local dudes, and then we got like Tyler the Creator, who he's from LA.
Yeah, exactly, he's from LA, but that's like he's doing something else. Like he's
trying not to count him.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So that's how it worked, and then Chameleonaire left. And so then it's kind of like it's just kind of like he's a godfather at this point,
right?
Stay flossing.
So look, I'm about to catch Cooley up, bro. Cooley, I'm about to catch you up. I'm about to throw you a wobbler because you saying that sacrifices don't need to be made to gain a larger audience.
It depends on
which wrestling company do you prefer watching? Like, be honest, which wrestling company do you prefer to watch? WWE or AEW?
WWE.
Why is that?
Because that's what I grew up on, and AEW wasn't around when I was a kid.
Okay. It's not because WWE is more accessible and easier to follow.
I mean,
exactly.
I'm asking the question. When I was 8, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know no better. All I saw was WWE and WCW, and I followed both. So you don't think WWE's style is dumbed down for the masses? Of course it is, man. It's like PG-13.
So what's the issue?
Of course, it ain't no issue. They here now, but I'm just saying, like in the beginning, if it was dumbed down, I don't know if I would be watching it.
Dog, listen, check this out, bro. We got a homie named Nico, right? Cooley, you remember our boy Nico, right?
Yeah, man. He called me the other day.
Word? How you doing, man?
He was checking on me because my little brother and
okay. Shout out to Nico, man. I ain't seen Nico in a long time.
Yeah,
so look, Nico is our boy, but Nico, he grew up a little different than we did. He grew up in a different area with different groups of people. I don't like using the term whitewashed, but he kind of was that, right? Back in our house party days, I don't know if people still doing house party these days, but back in our house party days, like 2013, 2014, we used to go to all the craziest house parties. And we would be in some sketchy areas that we didn't belong in, but we had fun. It was always fun, right? Nico would sometimes come up with the plot, and he would bring us to his friends' house parties. Now, that was a totally different experience because these was dudes who was like all at UCLA, and it was a group of white guys. So when we would get to these house parties, it was a little standoffish. So now we all ducked off in a corner talking to each other because we don't really want to interact with everybody else because they kind of treating us like we don't belong there, and it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. And I bring that up, and I'm going to get back to that, but just keep that in mind, right? When I watch WWE, it's obvious that WWE frames its shows around the idea that somebody out there is watching this show for the first time. So because of that, you're going to see a lot of recaps. Now, we might hate it because we just saw Bash on Sunday. We don't need 30 recaps. We already know what happened. But in WWE's mind, there's somebody out there who's watching this for the first time. So I'm going to show you 30 recaps. I'm going to over-explain everything and oversimplify every storyline so that if it's your first time viewing, it's easier to follow. To me, WWE feels like an all-inclusive club. You go to a club, it might be your first time there. You might not know anybody, but they're going to be nice to you. They're going to treat you well. They're going to give you free drinks. They're going to hold your hand, bring you around to the VIP. By the time you leave that club, you might not have had the best night of your life, but it was cool. You'll come back because, like, why not? AEW feels like those Nico parties that I described earlier in the show. You get in there and they all kind of just looking at you to the side. They're not really interacting with you. They're not really explaining to you how things go over here. Case in point, Bryan Danielson came out at All In to his Ring of Honor theme, the Final Countdown. Now, me, I'm a wrestling nerd. I was watching Ring of Honor in 03, 04. So I immediately understood the gravity of him using that song. If I'm someone who just started watching AEW 2-3 months ago, I don't know what the hell the significance of that song is. I don't know what's going on, and nobody's explaining it to me. So now if I ask a question about it, people are attacking me and saying I'm not a real wrestling fan because I didn't know. But that's not, AEW doesn't over-explain certain things. AEW is not going to give you a bunch of recaps. AEW assumes that you know about Ring of Honor in 02. AEW assumes that you know who these random Japanese guys are who pop up from New Japan. They just assume that you pay attention to the entire landscape of wrestling. And that's not a safe assumption because some of us ain't got the time to do all that. So AEW, on the flip side of WWE feeling like an all-inclusive club, AEW kind of feels like a boys' club that we're not allowed in. So I think it would be beneficial for AEW to dumb it down a little bit. We all see the numbers. They go in that direction. The audience is falling. The viewership is falling. All In did 48 or 47,000 or something like that. The All In last year did 72,000. That's a big drop-off, dog. That's a big drop-off. They're going in the wrong direction. I think AEW should sell out a little bit. I'm sorry, but they should.
So, growing up, right? My dad, he never held my hand. He said, "You're gonna have to
Here you go.
You're gonna have to figure this life stuff out by yourself. You're gonna have to figure this life stuff out by yourself because I'm not gonna always be here. I never was spoon-fed. And what do you know? I had to figure everything out in life by myself, man. I didn't have no father in my household. And that's how Tony Khan treating you kids, man. You got to figure it out. Y'all grown men.
The problem is we ain't figuring it out.
No. What is the audience compared to WWE and AEW as far as age-wise? Obviously, WWE catered to more of the kids because it's more of a kid show nowadays. So you got to keep running that back so kids can keep their mind intact with what's going on weekly. AEW is more adults, and as far as their in-ring, they're known for their in-ring, so all the great wrestlers that's in-ring ability is 100, they're at AEW. So, of course, Tony probably think, oh, well, you guys have to know these wrestlers from ROH, TNA, or whatever, because, that's what they do. So, when they come over, that's probably what he's thinking.
Bro, AEW has a show called Forbidden Door, right? And that Forbidden Door show is basically New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW teaming together to bring you a collection of matches. Those Forbidden Door shows are great. Don't get me wrong. They're incredible. But the TV ratings around that Forbidden Door pay-per-view are always the lowest in company history. You know why? You know why that is? It's because the audience at home don't know who the hell these Japanese dudes are. And y'all doing a piss poor job of explaining who they are. Y'all not explaining the significance of who Tanahashi is. We don't know why Tanahashi is on our TV in a white t-shirt, just standing there pointing at the ring. We don't understand that. So we tune out of AEW around Forbidden Door, and then we come back in after Forbidden Door. Now, AEW's 1% fans, they might love Forbidden Door, but for the masses, we ain't checking for that because we don't know who those people are. You got to dumb that down. I'm sorry, but run some recaps. Run some video packages. Maybe focus on storylines a little bit more. We can always have a great in-ring product, but put your focuses elsewhere if you want to reach the masses, bro.
But so the question goes to Tony then. It's like, what is your ultimate goal with this wrestling business?
What do we think that is?
Like,
what do we think Tony Khan's goal is? What do you think Tony Khan's goal is in this wrestling thing?
Tony, first of all,
does he just want to have a promotion that exists just to exist? Like, what's his goal?
And if he does, then it doesn't really matter who is he's trying to reach. He's probably thinking they're going to come to him automatically. So I feel like that, Tony just, he just having fun with his money. He have nothing else to spend it on. I don't know if he's married or not. I don't know his personal life, but he just got money to blow. He's that dude in the club that never had a bag, and they get their bag when they get their first record deal, and they just blowing their money, man. He Ja Morant right now. You feel me?
That's insane.
He's Ja Morant right now. So I don't know.
Crazy.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Seriously, I don't know if he wants to reach. If he wanted to dumb it down, he would have dumbed it down. Tony is very smart, but if he hasn't done it in his 5th, 6th year, what is he trying to do?
But the thing about Tony Khan that confuses me is that he makes certain moves. He'll hire certain people to produce the shows. He'll kind of enhance certain aspects of the show, like the presentation, the pyro, and everything. And doing little moves like that lets me know that Tony Khan is trying to reach a wider audience. He might say that this is a passion project and he just wants to put on the best show possible, but he makes little moves towards trying to reach the masses. But if he really wants to reach the masses, dumbing it down don't mean you got to sacrifice the in-ring aspect of pro wrestling. You ain't got to change everything about your approach. Just add a couple video packages, bruh. Add some recaps of the show before so it's easier to follow for someone who ain't watching week in and week out. Because I can stop watching WWE right now, right? I can just not watch WWE for 4 months. And then 4 months down the line, I can hop back into Raw, and it's going to be like I never left. They're going to explain by the time we get to that first match, I'm already going to be so caught up on the show and what's going on that it's going to be easy to follow. If I stop watching AEW today and I get back in 4 months down the line, I'm going to be so lost on what's going on. I'm going to be like, okay, who are these guys? Who is he? Why are they feuding? What is this even about? What is that title? I've never seen that title before. Like, it doesn't even have AEW on that title. What is that? Who is this Japanese man in a white shirt? Like, what's going on? Explain some things to us. Sometimes we need to be spoon-fed as a viewer.
That's also their super short booking, like their super short-term booking too. Like, we just saw Swerve lose his title to Bryan. Oh my God, Bryan Danielson. My bad, y'all.
I always do that too. He's still Daniel Bryan to me.
That's crazy. He lost his title to Bryan Danielson like literally 3 weeks ago, and we don't even hear about it no more. So if I was to stop watching, thought about that man since. Like, what's going on, bro? It's getting beat up by a whole different. It's like, oh my God, man. So I think it's just way bigger, problems for Tony, and maybe his dumbing down is different. Dumb it down. Maybe his dumbing down definition is different. He probably think, oh, I have to sacrifice everything, and he's just maniac. It's just
do the normal things that people, bro. Some dumbing it down ain't always a bad thing, dog. This new Joker movie, the Joker 2 movie, the musical with Lady Gaga, the reviews are coming out for that movie, and they shitting on it, dog. They're saying that movie is terrible. They're saying it's way worse than the first one. I was excited for this movie, but for me, it seems like they tried to overcomplicate the concept of the Joker movie. They tried to go left field with it, make it a musical, make it a courtroom drama, make it all realistic, add Lady Gaga. And they ain't need to do all that. All they had to do is have the Joker do some devious things, maybe have a Batman cameo, and boom, we got a Joker movie. Sometimes doing a simple thing is fine. We ain't got to overcomplicate it. It's like Joyner Lucas, dog. Joyner Lucas want to rap from the perspective of everybody. We don't need you to rap from the perspective of a hamburger, dog. We don't need you to rap from the perspective of a racist white person. We don't need none of that. Just rap from the perspective of Joyner Lucas. Do the thing. You ain't got to overcomplicate it, bro. Just simplify it and rap, dog. What we doing? We ain't got to go around the corner. Just go straight down the street.
Yeah, man. Maybe he think his normal is maybe his normal is different from everybody else's normal. Who knows what's in the mind of Tony Khan? And I'm sure he don't listen to Lupe Fiasco, so he can't dumb it down.
Dumb that thing down, Tony. Dumb it down.
Nice. That was nice, Cooley. That was nice.
Hey, that song is fire, by the way. Bro, everybody has to dumb it down at some point. That's just how life. J. Cole has a line. Either you play the game or let the game play you, and be that broke MF talking about I stayed true. Sometimes you got to play the game, bro. Oh, damn, I want to see, bro. Have you seen? I'm sorry, but Sam played the game, it just brought a whole thought to my head. Have you seen the videos of this random black guy just singing Triple H's theme?
Yeah, you sent me that one of them. I was like, bro, what is this? Like, he said,
what is that? He said, time to play the game. If y'all haven't seen this video, bro, I will post it on our Twitter. Go check out our Twitter, Wrestling with the Homies, WWH podcast. It's the funniest video I've ever seen. It's some black guy who looks like EDP 445 singing
God.
Triple H's theme for no reason.
He said EDP. Oh, wow.
What happened to EDP? No, we know what happened. EDP was on some PPP.
Yeah.
Nuts. But yeah, sometimes you got to dumb it down. I'm sorry, Tony. Tony. Sometimes you got to sell out a little bit. I know Cooley over here with his morals and his hotepness. And he said you got to stay true to the essence of what you believe in. But I feel like, dumbing it down a little bit to reach a wider audience and then giving them the gems once you got the ear. And then ain't nothing wrong with that, bro.
Go back to your conscience like Tupac did.
I remember when Flo Rida was a street rapper in Florida, bro. Flo Rida, he came up at the same time as Rick Ross and Briscoe and Plies and all them dudes, and he was rapping just like that. He was making street music, and it was kind of hot. But once he made Boots with the Fur, he ain't never looked back. That man sold all the way out, and people clown him for it. We diss him for it because the song was kind of corny. But if Flo Rida would have stayed true and kept making them hood anthems, that dude would be working at Burger King right now giving out crowns. He would not have a career. So it's like sometimes you got to take the other route and get the ear. I'm sorry, but hey, you got to make a living, bro.
Did Tupac sell out?
Pitbull had cornrows. Next thing you know, he wearing slacks in Mr. 305.
Literally. Pitbull is the perfect one because I remember that Kulo joint. It was hot. But once he started wearing them little suits and making that party anthem music, hey, he never looked back. But he's reaping the benefits from it. You gotta feed your family, man. So sometimes it's beneficial to dumb it down a little bit. I'm not saying go against your morals. I'm not saying do anything compromising. If you're a wrestling company, I'm not saying start having terrible matches or anything like that. But you got to think of ways to reach the masses, bro. I'm trying to do it. I was on here cutting a promo last episode. It was a terrible promo, but hopefully y'all enjoyed it. We trying to entertain the masses. We not trying to talk to 2 or 3 people, bro. We want to entertain the masses, so we gonna do what we got to do to get there. Mr. Santi Zap followed us on TikTok for a reason. He saw our videos going viral. He see us clowning and saying dumb shit. He liked it, so he followed us.
Some dude called me Eddie from Tekken. I was like, wow, this is crazy. I'm off the internet, bro. I am off the internet.
Hey, man, at least they ain't killing your mustache, bro. I'm getting it worse from E. E the worst one. He said I look like I drive a van.
A van on the road.
Capone again, every episode.
One of the vans with the bubble in the back, with the bubble on the side, with the bubble.
That's
window.
crazy.
Come on, man. Hey, like I said, these Friday shows get wild, bro. I'm over here telling Tony Khan to sell out. What is wrong with us, man?
Hey, we gotta tag Tony Khan, man. We gotta tag him. Hopefully, he don't block
Tony.
us,
Tony, hire me. Just don't have me cutting no promos. Anyway, man, what do y'all think out the Chris Zib? Y'all think Tony Khan should sell out? No, in all seriousness, though, do y'all think the AEW should dumb it down a little bit to reach a wider audience? Would it be beneficial for them to focus on maybe a more storytelling aspect of the show versus the in-ring aspect? Let us know. Please. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, tap that notification bell, leave us a rating on Spotify, Apple Music, or iTunes, wherever we at. Wrestling with the Homies. You know how to find us. Google it. I'm sure we'll pop up. Anyway, man, we got any games, E?
Any game?
I really told Tony Khan to sell out, bro. I'm wild.
I'm gonna assume you didn't mean sell out. Just be better at.
I didn't mean, yeah. Don't sell out, but
I mean, at the end of the day, we're in the contextual age, right? So stories win, right? Before it was the spectacle, then it got to information. And now we're in the context, right? Everybody wants to know your story. Like, why did you do that, right? Like, what is, I know that. Now I'm interested, right? Like, but we've seen people do things for a long time now, right? So now we want to know why you're doing it. And that's just, that's just human, man. Like, so if Tony Khan doesn't get that, and if you want to call that selling out, that's fine. But he's doing himself a disservice, man, to clean all that up. You know what
facts. It's like, bro, it's like Avon told the referee in The Wire season 2. That's not how the game is played. You can't do that.
Oh, what a great show, man! What a great show.
I rewatch that show like once every couple years.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I have a great story. I called off work for 2 days when it came out.
Hey, I'm not mad at you.
So I found The Wire late, right? My boy told me about it, and I was like, all right. So I started watching it. I think I started watching season 3. I called in Monday and Tuesday. I had a corporate job. Like, I was doing mediation for court. I said, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it. They was like, is there a reason? No. I'm just not going to be able to make it.
Hey, I'm not mad at you, though.
And I watched The Wire for 4 days straight, bro.
Yo, season 3 was
probably my
favorite
favorite.
though.
Yeah,
season 3 was probably the best because that's when Avon and Stringer was at it. They was going at it, and then we had Omar and Brother Malzoom popped up.
Yeah, it was a good show, man.
Yeah.
All right. So we are going to play wrestlers or my bad. That is not the name of that. We are going to play storyline or showdown. So in the idea of what is better, right? AEW presents amazing matches, right? Mm-hmm. For adults that love wrestling, right? And WWE presents amazing storylines to go with above average wrestling, right? Like that's what they do. Wrestling is above average, right? Like it's not the best, but they make up for it in the storyline. Right? So we're getting a more complete package, right? Because my thought is if I have a plate of food, if you have an amazing main course and the sides are trash, did you have a good dinner? Or if everything was just above average, I would rather do that. Right? But that's me. You know what I mean? Some people want to just like to eat steak. They don't care about the potatoes. That's fair. Right? Hey, I like a good salad. You know what I mean? Like, hey, put some Caesar on it. So, I'm going to present wrestlers, and you are going to tell me which promotion you would rather see them in.
Ooh, this is a good one.
All bias aside. Right? Good one. All right, so let's start. AJ Styles. AJ Styles he's a 60-minute man guy, right? Yeah. Like he's the Bret Hart of the new generation.
Yeah.
Where does he really need to be?
AEW.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold you. Definitely AEW. Because AJ Styles, he's never been a promo guy. He can't really talk. He's not the most entertaining guy outside of the ring, but he shines when he's wrestling. When that bell rings, it's not a lot of people that can touch AJ Styles right now. So he would definitely benefit from being over in AEW.
One of the greatest of all time in ring.
Okay.
For sure.
Part B.
And he got a beautiful head of hair.
So part B on that. So if he was in WWE, or which he is, what is a storyline for AJ Styles that actually makes sense? Because they have yet to do that.
None. Because they have yet to do that.
You know what? No. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Okay, so for me, the best version of AJ Styles in WWE was when he was beefing with John Cena, and he had the OC with him, and their whole thing was beat up John Cena. I think that was their catchphrase at one point. We all know John Cena is doing another run with WWE next year. He's going to be here full time. So John Cena, AJ Styles, let's run that again. Run it back. Beat up John Cena once again.
Yeah, that'll be cool. I don't know, because like I did like him with his faction, you know, his whole crew. Because when he's by himself, it's kind of like it's boring. It's boring. Like you said,
hell, dog.
He's not good on the mic. It's boring. So yeah, I can see him, you know, being back with the OC and going after the top guys like Roman, Cena, all the top guys, and just, you know, going through them all. So that'll be dope.
Send his ass to NXT. He ain't did that yet. Have him have bangers with Wesley and Javon Evans.
And that's a positive move. Sending him down to NXT is what
that's a positive.
It's a move. Because right now he ain't even on TV, bro. Right now he ain't even on TV. He had a 5-star match with Cody Rhodes at a PLE, and then we just ain't seen him again. They swept him right
injured again or something. He be getting injured.
Nah, he just old.
Nah,
honestly, I just feel like they ain't got much to do with him. Like,
I mean, no, he's an older, small person, right? So it's tough. He's 47. Like,
wow.
Yeah, man. He's been at
he moving like he.
Yeah, he is. For a 47-year-old, he can.
Yeah.
Oh, he wrestled better than most 20 years old. 20
All
year
right.
old.
Next one. I like this one actually.
I do too.
And I will put my 2 cents in at the top. Darby Allin. And I say that because I think he could do well in WWE.
Hell yeah. You're not wrong. Hey, I'm kind of with you. Darby Allin is a very entertaining guy outside of the ring. Like, just his whole image, the face paint. He is a little bit on the smaller side. I think he might be like 5'7" or 5'8". But his character is a guy who takes a lot of punishment anyway, so it wouldn't hinder him in WWE. In AEW, he hasn't won the big one yet. Now, hopefully, he can get there, but it's looking like it's not going to happen in AEW no time soon. So might as well, hey, WWE, give him a faction, put him in the Judgment Day.
I know the right person to put Darby Allin with. And I think I can see Darby Allin with his face paint with the Demon King. That's just me.
There we go.
But that can be a crazy duel. Him and the Demon King, a.k.a. Finn Balor. Together will be like chef's kiss. Oh, my God. I can see it. I can see it.
Like I said, put him in the Judgment Day. Because he's charismatic as hell. And charismatic wrestlers belong in WWE. Because we all know it ain't going to be a whole lot of storytelling going on in AEW, which is fine, but.
And we can save his life, too. He can save his own life when he go to WWE. Because this dude be doing some crazy stuff. And they will not let him do that at WWE at all.
Yeah, not at all. Triple H would pull him aside backstage and be like, yo, so I know you wanted to dive off the Titantron tonight, but that is not going to happen. At all.
Okay. And finally, I like what Braun Breaker is doing, but could it be more effective in AEW?
Nah, man. All he's doing is
All right, so I mean, Braun Breaker, obviously his career trajectory, he's probably going to be a future world champion in WWE, right? But if Braun Breaker was in AEW, he could be world champion right now.
Yeah, but
he would be the most menacing person on that roster.
Yeah, but the title he got now holds more weight than the world title at AEW.
Wow, that's cap. Wait. All right, hold on, bro. I'm not going to let you get away with that. Swerve Strickland made that title look incredible. Now, obviously, Bryan Danielson has it right now. But you ain't going to sit here and tell me that IC title mean more than that world championship. Come on, man. We not doing that.
If it didn't, then Bryan would have had the title because he's one of the best wrestlers over there, right?
Right. And, I will say, hey, on the flip side of that, AEW kind of has a Braun Breaker, and they ain't doing a lot with him because Wardlow ain't been on TV in God knows how long.
Gosh.
And Lord knows Wardlow is the most menacing person on that AEW roster. So if they fumble Wardlow, who knows? Maybe they will fumble Braun Breaker. So
yeah, I like Braun at WWE, man. Keep him over there, man. He's shining.
Right. And matter of fact, send Wardlow to WWE too. Y'all ain't doing with him. You ain't Tony Khan. Let's do a trade, bro. Y'all can have Sami Zayn and AJ Styles. Give us Wardlow and Ricky Starks, and we good.
I like
put a 10 on Warlow. I'm
gonna make that a game. The trade. That's good.
Ooh,
I want to think about that some more. Yeah,
that would be dope.
Interesting. Yeah, that's an interesting thing. But yeah, that's all I got, fellas.
That was fire.
I hate that. That was fun. Yeah, that was fire, bro. It's a lot. We could have kept going with that game forever because there's a lot of guys in WWE that probably would fare better in AEW. And on the flip side of that, it's a lot of guys in AEW that probably make more sense over in WWE. Hey, case in point, Ilya Dragunov. They ain't doing a lot with him right now.
Man, it's because
he's just having good matches and losing.
It's because he's technically like a mini Gunther, like kind of.
Right.
So it's like we can't have the same guy winning. Like it's kind of weird.
Right.
I would like to see Swerve. Because to me, Swerve feels like a real black dude. Like the other black dude, hey, listen, man, I'm down with all the black dudes in WWE, but it's still all comical, funny. You know what I mean? Like, look at me, I'm cool. Like it's okay. You can like me too.
Damn,
I like crazy. Swerve on some 90s black dude, bro. Hey, nah, y'all should be scared. Like, y'all should be scared of me. Like
Swerve could be that guy, bro.
Hey, it was fun in the 90s when white people would walk the other way when they saw it.
Right.
Like,
Cross the street.
Yeah, like you
They
walk
lock
into a
their
Burger
doors
King
when you
and
walk back.
they'll move. Like they'll be like, "Hey, let them go first." Because
That's
these
wild.
dudes is wild.
Yeah.
Like, it felt bad, but in retrospect, I'd rather have that than thinking they could just say anything to me.
Facts.
That's wild.
I'm just potting, man. I love everybody.
You're an idiot. Nah, hey, to E's point though, Swerve would go crazy in WWE, but at the same time, Swerve seems like, to me at least, he seemed like he got a lot of resentment towards how his first run in WWE went, and because of that, he probably ain't never gonna make that move back. Yeah. He's one of those dudes that has to inspire himself by having a chip on his shoulder, and right now it seems like he's using WWE as that chip on his shoulder. So because of that, I doubt we ever see Swerve in WWE, but I would love to see it because Swerve definitely could headline in WrestleMania. Absolutely.
Facts. Great wrestler,
Big facts. Anyway, should we get into some comments? I think I got a comment. Do I got a comment? Let's see. What's going on our TikTok, on our Instagram, on our Twitter?
TikTok be going up.
Right. So this comes from Suplex Media, who also is a podcast. So shout out to Suplex Media for leaving us this comment. But Suplex Media says, why, as wrestling fans, do we measure success in business metrics that have no bearing on whether we are entertained or not? If you think it's good, it's good. If you think it's whack, it's whack. It's art and it's subjective. Using money to decide how good art is kind of odd. So Suplex Media, I like it. I like it. I absolutely see what you're saying. But the problem is, when it comes to the word success, you kind of have to use metrics. You can't just use an opinion and then call that success, because I can go out there and say the Fast and the Furious is not a successful franchise because I didn't like it. I'm not entertained by it. It's just mindless action, no real plot, no real story, so it's not successful. But if I say that, then I am telling a bold-faced lie, because the Fast and the Furious is one of the highest grossing film franchises to ever exist. It might be the highest grossing franchise to exist outside of the Marvel Universe. So when we talk about success, we kind of have to use metrics. Now, if we want to talk about our opinion on if the show sucks or not, that's a different conversation. We can have opinions on the show all day, but once you start using the word success, then it gets tricky.
Yeah, success is definitely based on numbers, pretty much. Like an album can sell 8K first week sales, but then it grows on to be a classic and it sells 2 times platinum. So it's it's a number game too at the end of the day. So
bro, it took Illmatic like 20 years to go platinum, and it was great though. It was great. It's the greatest rap album of all time to a lot of people. But was it a success in '94 when it dropped?
Hell no.
In terms of numbers, not really. Now it was classic, so we loved it. But once you start using the term success, you kind of have to bring in metrics.
So maybe Big Sean got a shot.
Come on, bro. Like, because if we talking about basketball and hooping, we start judging these players off of wins, right? We judge them by championships they won and accolades. It's not just if we like them as a player. It's a million players in the NBA that I like. I like Rui Hachimura. That don't mean he the best in the NBA because I like him. That don't mean he the most successful player in the NBA because I like him. Liking something is subjective, but success, that's a whole different metric. You feel me? But that's my 2 cents, man. That's my 2 cents. Thank you, Suplex Media, for that comment, though. Appreciate it. I will be leaving comments on y'all videos as well because y'all got a dope podcast. And we should do something together, man. Let's link up. Let's link up and start something, dog.
Let's link up, man.
Have one of y'all over here. Have one of us over there. Let's do something. Let's set that up. Anyways,
yeah, we definitely got a belt that Qwan don't want to let nobody else.
Bro, I have not defended this belt in a long time.
Hey,
I have not defended this.
I missed that belt, man.
Who wants this?
The last time I was at Qwan House, I just touched it. I felt it. I was going to take it.
Hey, we can bring Warfare back if you want it. We can let the people judge, bro. What you trying to debate about? Because I got this thing right now, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I defend my title less than Roman Reigns, bro.
And he's still successful. So, hey.
Right. Anyway, you know what? I'm going to ask you, Cooley. So go ahead and get it off your chest, man. What you got to say this week? It's Friday. I'm about to get out of here.
I never thought I'd be tired of watching so much wrestling, but goddamn, All Out this Saturday, SmackDown. Oh, my God, man. Golly, when is it over? Nah, I'm excited for All Out. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm gonna hold you. I'm definitely not excited for All Out, man. Get this damn show out.
I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
I'm excited for All Out. I'm not excited for SmackDown though, bro. I'm not excited. Not excited because Roman Reigns ain't on the show. Roman, you came back and it was good for 3 weeks, and now you gone again.
But you know, he was supposed to be televised. He wasn't never televised for tomorrow. He was televised. I mean, tonight. He was televised for the 13th, but they took him off, and I think because his uncle passed. So maybe.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that. Roman Reigns. I'm sorry, I forgot. Yeah,
maybe he may be taking some time. I don't know. You know. So
rest in peace to the Wild Samoans. So that's
Jay's still on
and
here,
Alpha.
though, so.
Yeah, they both passed away. Damn.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to the Wild Samoans.
The Wild Samoans, man. R.I.P.
Rest in peace to everybody who passed recently. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Sid Vicious, aka Sid Justice, our guy, man, our guy. And on that note, I don't want to leave the people on a bad note. On a bad note. That's too sad. That's too sad.
Yeah,
we can't leave on that note.
Man.
So well, I got some good news for y'all. You know, we'll be back again on Sunday, so look forward to that. And on that note, we are out of here. Peace out, my brothers. Tony